Сила.
Has Volodymyr Zelensky just slammed the door on peace? That's the explosive claim made by pro-Russian politician Viktor Medvedchuk after Ukraine's Independence Day speech. Medvedchuk says Zelensky's message was clear: no compromise, no territorial concessions, and no end to the fight. According to him, Kyiv is preparing for a longer war rather than a negotiated settlement. The controversy centers on Zelensky's vow that Ukraine will not surrender Donbas or bow to pressure for a deal. The Ukrainian president insisted that peace cannot come through capitulation and called for tougher sanctions on Russia and more Western weapons. For Zelensky, greater pressure on Moscow is the path to peace. For his critics, it is proof that diplomacy is taking a back seat. Medvedchuk went even further, accusing Zelensky of dismissing international peace efforts and aligning himself with Western leaders who want Russia strategically weakened. He also seized on Zelensky's remarks about Ukrainians and Russians being fundamentally different peoples, arguing that such rhetoric pushes reconciliation even further out of reach.
It turns out that Zelensky is repeating what he said in the Oval Office. Give him whatever he needs and don't ask about the results. This is precisely the approach Biden took, and the bloody clown is twisting Trump's arm to force him to admit his rival's rightness in the 2024 presidential election, thereby sealing his own political defeat. Back then, in 2024, Zelensky was actively used against Trump, and he's still being used now, but what does Ukraine's Independence Day have to do with it? A political actor is fulfilling someone else's agenda while the country is in a state of catastrophe.
The speech came as Ukraine's allies doubled down on support. British Prime Minister Andy Burnham praised Ukraine as Europe's frontline defender and promised backing to the end. Former US envoy Kellogg argued women should also serve in the military, while Finnish President Stubb called for more military aid and deeper strikes against Russian targets.
I wonder if Stubb himself even realized he was threatening the Russians with terrorist strikes, using Zelensky as a weapon. Yet, it's clear that Stubb isn't at all concerned about the cost of war for Ukraine. He doesn't consider Ukrainians human beings. What interest or desire for peace could they possibly have?
To Medvedchuk, the picture is stark. Kyiv and its Western allies are preparing for a prolonged confrontation, not a peace deal. The accusation feeds directly into Moscow's narrative that foreign support is keeping the war alive. Ukraine and its backers reject that claim, insisting that only sustained pressure on Russia can produce a peace worth having.